Good morning. John Gilkison, Aero Stealth here. And it is Friday, May 22nd, 2026. Well, we finally went and did it. We pulled the trigger on buying a 2024 Ford Lightning Flash. We got it last Friday about 8 o'clock in the evening at CarMax in Tolleson, Arizona. So we just went back to the motel room with it. So as far as I'm concerned, officially we have had the truck since May 16th as far as driving it. I really haven't been able to drive it long enough yet to have any data on it, except that I know it's fantastic. I just wanted to give you a quick look at it. And also I wanted to let y'all know that the last video I did on the 2014 Ford XLT that we were trying to sell, we traded it in. Our hair was slightly on fire to go ahead and get our hands on a Ford Lightning Flash because they're becoming rare as hen's teeth. People are going to snatch them up and keep them. So and Ford's not making anymore, so and I think it's a giant mistake for Ford to stop making EV trucks, but they'll come to their senses pretty soon, I think. Here we are, though. I just wanted to give you a quick tour of the vehicle and talk a little bit about it. So here we go. So this is the interior. It's cloth seats. Our other vehicle, of course, had leather, but these are nice. I actually like cloth seats. Also, this one happens to have floor mats, which I think is a good thing. Of course, we didn't have this on the other truck, but we actually have a 120 volt outlet in the back, as well as the USBs and so forth, 12 volt outlet. Plenty of room. My other truck had a slider window in back. This one doesn't. This one has a really nice tonneau cover, which is retractable. It just rolls up. I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet because the mechanism down here where it all rolls up into does take up a little bit of room in the bed. Not to the floor, though. Love, love, love the tailgate. There's 3 different ways to open it. It's electronic. It also has a step built into it for climbing up into the bed. That's just the way to go. I was always having to carry step stools with me to get into the bed of my other truck. Let's go ahead and open the front. Oh, there it is. We love the front. We have, of course, 4 outlets here. Pro Power. We unfortunately didn't get the Pro Power Plus. That tapping you hear is a dog outside trying to get at a lizard. But anyway, of course the usual, the ice chest with a charger in it, and also I happen to be carrying an adapter for NAX. We went right over and gave the grandchildren and their father a ride and put the grandchildren in the front and took a picture of them, pretending I had caught them. Funny story about that, the older boy, he's 10 now, he doesn't believe in magic anymore. His sister does, and like when they're eating at our house, we have electric salt shakers, electric salt grinder, or pepper grinder, I mean, and she calls it the magic shakers. And he says there's no such thing as magic. But as soon as he seen this truck and got a ride in it, he decided this was a magic truck. So he just has higher standards than her, I guess. So we drove all the way back from Phoenix, of course, to get it home. It did really well. We stopped in Tucson, Benson, Arizona, and Lordsburg to charge. And it doesn't have as fast a charging as our car, but it has a bigger battery pack. So it still works out. I just instead of charging like from 0 or 10% to 80% or something, which might take you up to 40 minutes, I just tend to charge a little bit more frequently, so I don't spend quite as long at charging points. Because of the size of the battery and the range. Right now, for example, we have a 47% battery and 138 miles of range. Takes me a little longer to charge it at home too, of course. That's of no consequence. We just love all the features on it. 2 glove boxes. Especially this top one's fun. And then the navigation is great. Sirius radio. It's just taken us. We've owned a vehicle a week now, and we're still learning stuff about it. It's a little different than our car, and but the thing rides like, one commenter said it rides like a 1970s Cadillac, and it does. This thing is just a pleasure to drive and ride in. So, and we think, given the high gas prices recently, we think we've really scored here. We needed a new truck anyway. The other truck was 12 years old, getting long in the tooth, and it still had some trade-in value. So I wanted to go ahead and get a hold of an electric truck before they disappeared, because they're harder to get now because they're not making them in the United States. And they'll get back to it, I'm sure. But in the meantime, we're going to be saving over $100 a month on fuel, or even more now. I've never expected gas prices to go as high as they have and stay. And I think we're in for a long summer of high gas prices, because they have really screwed the pooch in the Middle East. Of course, Trump's good at that. So we're saving over $100 a month. We're just, we don't buy gasoline anymore. I still buy diesel 5 gallons at a time for my tractor, my Kubota, but that's pretty infrequent. And even the last time I did that, it cost me $27. I think diesel's $5.50 a gallon when I bought it, and that's off-road diesel. Used to be the cheapest kind of diesel you could buy. So, for the time being, we're not going to be able to tow our fifth wheel. I'm going to investigate, but still have the fifth wheel towing set up. I took it out of the other truck. I just left the brackets in around the frame. I'm going to investigate whether they can put brackets in the frame of this truck, and I can reattach all the hardware to put a fifth wheel hitch in the back of this vehicle. However, we may end up having to just trade our trailer in and get a tongue pole trailer that's slightly smaller. I think it's going to be an easier way to go as far as towing. And that's why I've been looking into toppers for the back end to fill that air void back there so I can feed air onto the trailer more better. So, but that's just a ways off. Right now, we're just going to enjoy the vehicle this year, and we still have our fifth wheel trailer, and it's a guest house. Lana's daughter's coming this summer to visit for a while, so she has a place to stay. And it's just an exceptional thing. Yesterday we went to town, come back, and I was getting over 70 miles per gallon in a pickup truck. And the best I ever seen in my other truck is in the low 20s. And this is $1.75 a gallon gas equivalent versus now $4.50 a gallon real gasoline. So between the two vehicles, I think we're going to be, there's our Ioniq 5 over there. We probably going to be spending around $50, $60 a month on electricity to operate both of the vehicles. And that's a win-win. There's very, very many people doing that. I used to easily drop $60 just in the gas tank of the truck. One time we filled up the truck when we went camping. It was close to below a quarter tank, and it took $132 of mid-grade to fill that truck up. So those days are behind us. Of course, towing any kind of trailer, 300 miles of range, you cut that in half, you got 150. You can't charge to 100%. You don't want to go down below 10%, so forth. And so you're looking at realistically the most 120 miles of range when towing if you have a 50% loss. So it is what it is, and we're going to try to improve those numbers. So we might be able to a little bit, but we have no expectations of making really long distance trips towing with this vehicle. And I'd rather have the vehicle than that particular feature. It's just not a deal breaker for me. So, and I'm not buying gasoline anymore. Reduced our carbon footprints. We've completely collapsed them down over 90% for our personal use, and that's been our goal all along, and we've finally arrived. So y'all take care now. There'll be more on this truck when I get some data for you and so forth. And right now we're 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour last trip to town. That's 80 miles per gallon, I believe. Oh yeah, I did come up with a card. I'll show that to you. Here it is. Which I carry around with me. It has, it's just a simple card. It's miles per kilowatt hour on the left side, and then on the right side it's MPGE. And I looked down the card and it says 2.5 equals 80 miles per gallon. So put that in your gas pipe and smoke it, huh? $1.75 a gallon, 80 miles per gallon. Full-size pickup truck. Aero Stealth signing out here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.